Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today, the topic at hand is the truth about loneliness and how to overcome it. Have you ever felt completely alone, even when you're surrounded by people? Maybe you're at a party, smiling, nodding, making small talk, but deep down, you feel disconnected, like no one truly sees you. Or perhaps you spend most of your time alone, scrolling through social media, seeing everyone else seemingly happy and surrounded by friends, while you wonder, why do I feel this way? Loneliness is one of the most universal human experiences, yet it's also one of the hardest things to talk about. We live in a world more connected than ever: social media, video calls, instant messaging. Yet studies show that people today feel lonelier than any generation before us. In fact, nearly half of adults in the US report feeling lonely on a regular basis. But here's the thing. Loneliness isn't about being alone. It's about feeling unseen, unheard, and disconnected. And the good news? Loneliness isn't permanent. It's not a life sentence. It's something we can understand, work through, and overcome. Let's dive into the heart of loneliness, why it happens, what it does to us, and most importantly, how we can break free from it. What causes loneliness? Loneliness isn't just a lack of people in your life. It's a feeling of emotional or social disconnection, and it can be triggered by many different things. Life changes, moving to a new city, starting a new job, graduating, retiring, or losing someone close to you. Big transitions often leave us feeling untethered. Social isolation, spending long periods alone, whether by choice or circumstance, can lead to feelings of detachment. Shallow connections, you can have dozens of acquaintances and still feel lonely if none of those relationships feel meaningful. Low self-esteem, if you don't feel worthy of connection, you might hesitate to reach out, leading to self-imposed isolation. Technology and social media. While social media helps us stay connected, it also fosters comparison. Seeing filtered versions of other people's lives can make our own loneliness feel even worse. Loneliness versus solitude. Here's an important distinction. Being alone isn't the same as being lonely. Solitude can be powerful. It's intentional. It's when we choose to be alone, to reflect, to recharge, to create. Many of the greatest minds in history, from Einstein to Thoreau, valued solitude. Loneliness, on the other hand, feels empty and painful. It's not a choice. It's a longing for connection that isn't being met. But how do we bridge that gap? How do we move from loneliness to connection? How to overcome loneliness? Loneliness is a cycle. The lonelier you feel, the harder it becomes to reach out. The harder it is to reach out, the lonelier you feel. But the key is breaking that cycle, one step at a time. 1. Build meaningful connections. Loneliness thrives in isolation, but connection doesn't just mean being around people. It means forming real, meaningful relationships. Here's how you can start. Join a community. Find a hobby group, a sports team, a class, or a volunteer organization. Shared interests create natural bonds. Reach out to old friends or family sometimes. Reconnecting with someone from your past is easier than forming brand new friendships. Be proactive. Don't wait for others to reach out. Send that text. Invite someone for coffee. Initiate the conversation. Why it works. Studies show that shared activities increase oxytocin, the hormone that fosters trust and connection. 2. Improve your communication skills. Sometimes, loneliness isn't about a lack of people, it's about struggling to connect deeply with the people we already know. Be genuinely interested in others, ask open-ended questions, listen attentively, and engage in deeper conversations beyond small talk. Express yourself, share your thoughts and emotions, even if it feels uncomfortable at first. Vulnerability strengthens relationships. Find a social rhythm that works for you. If you're an introvert, you don't need a large social circle, just a few deep, meaningful connections. The science behind it. Research shows that people who engage in meaningful conversations, rather than surface-level chit-chat, report higher levels of happiness and fulfillment. 3. Develop healthy habits. Your physical and mental health play a huge role in how connected you feel. When we take care of ourselves, social interactions become easier and more enjoyable. Exercise regularly. Movement releases endorphins, reduces stress, and makes us feel more motivated to socialize. Eat well and sleep well. Poor nutrition and lack of sleep can increase feelings of depression and isolation. Create a daily routine. Structure helps combat feelings of aimlessness, making life feel more purposeful. Scientific proof. Exercise not only improves mood but also increases serotonin and dopamine, which are chemicals linked to happiness and social confidence. 4. Find meaning in solitude. Instead of fearing alone time, learn to use it as a tool for self-growth. Practice mindfulness or meditation. Spending time in quiet reflection can help you feel more at peace with yourself. Pursue a passion. Writing, painting, music, gardening. Creative outlets make solitude feel enriching, not empty. Journal. Putting your thoughts on paper helps you process emotions and understand yourself better. The takeaway? When you enjoy your own company, loneliness loses its grip on you. 5. Seek professional help if needed. If loneliness is overwhelming and persistent, it might be time to seek guidance. Therapy, especially cognitive behavioral therapy, CBT, can help shift negative thought patterns and build healthier social habits. When to seek help? If loneliness is leading to depression, anxiety, or a sense of hopelessness. What therapy can do? It provides tools to reframe loneliness, build self-esteem, and develop stronger connections. The research says CBT is proven to help people overcome chronic loneliness by changing negative thought cycles. Final thoughts, a message of hope. Loneliness can feel like a deep, dark hole, but it's not a permanent state. It's a signal, a message from your mind telling you that something needs to change. And the good news? You have the power to change it. Think about Alex, remember them? They moved to a new city and felt completely alone. But instead of staying stuck, they took small steps. They joined a local book club. They started opening up to their coworkers. They took up jogging and joined a running group. Over time, those little actions built real, meaningful connections. And you can do the same. So here's my challenge for you. What's one small step you can take today to break free from loneliness? Maybe it's sending a text, joining a group, or simply stepping outside for a walk. Whatever it is, start now. Because connection isn't about luck, it's about action. And you, my friend, are not alone in this. Alright, consider giving a thumbs up, and if this video resonated with you, don't forget to share and subscribe for more insights. See you in the next one.